Shannon out of Mahomes, Allen, Herbert, and Burrow. Well, that's a pretty good list. Who are you taking going forward?
There's only one correct answer. It's Patrick Mahomes. We've got to stop this notion of trying to find somebody who Patrick. It's not even close. It's Patrick Mahomes, and then second, third, and fourth. And then you can have any. I don't care who you put second, third, or fourth, but Patrick Mahomes is the only answer. Until somebody gets a Super Bowl MVP or regular season MVP, and every single year they're in the MVP discussion, what are we debating? What are we actually talking about? Because you look at the numbers, most seasons with 4,500 passing yards and 35 touchdowns. Patrick Mahomes has 4 of those in 5 seasons. Brady is leading with 5 in 21 seasons. He's tied with Peyton Manning, who did it 4 times in 17 seasons. Drew Brees did it 4 times in 19 seasons. Patrick Mahomes has done it 4 times in 5 seasons. It's not, look, that's not to diminish any of these other guys. Joe Burrow is fantastic. Josh Allen is fantastic. I love Justin Herbert. But they're not Patrick Mahomes. And the thing, what has happened is because Patrick Mahomes has been so great, we're already just like, oh, well, no, we can't punish him. Take Jamar Chase away. Take Stephon Diggs away like they did Tyreek. So look at his numbers. Without Tyreek, look at Tyreek numbers with Tua. And think about what Patrick Mahomes would already broken the record. Because let's just say he wouldn't have the numbers that he have. But I like to think he'd have more yards combined than Valdez-Scantling and Juju and Justin Watson. Would you give me that, Skip? Tyreek Hill, if he's on this roster, he would have more yards than those 3 guys combined.
Yep.
So if you put more yards than that combined with Patrick Mahomes, he's well over 5,000. He's well on his way to breaking this record. These other guys are great. Patrick Mahomes is number 1 across the board. Passing touchdowns, total touchdowns, yards per game, and QBR. He's 8 points clear in QBR. That's your stat. You love that. He's 8 points clear of Josh Allen. He's 17 points clear of Joe Burrow. Let that sink in. 17 points clear. It's Patrick Mahomes, and then it's everybody else. That's where he is right now.
I see this very differently than you do. From my side of the table, there's only one right answer to this, and it ain't even close, and it's Joe Burrow.
Based on what? Because he's beaten Patrick Mahomes 3 times head-to-head?
He's beaten him 3 times and outplayed him 3 times head-to-head, but that's not the whole story. The story is he just plays the position at a little higher level than Patrick does. He operates the offense at a little higher, more consistent level than Patrick does. And I'm taking nothing away from Patrick, who is obviously sensational, has a bigger arm than Joe Burrow does. Runs with the football a little better than Joe Burrow does, but don't underestimate how Joe Burrow can take off and run and gash a defense because he moves much better than people give him credit for. Mahomes just blows me away because he looks like he's rumbling and stumbling, and all of a sudden, he's got 20 yards. So he's got some shortstop left in him from his baseball days where he's very athletic playing the position. But Joe Burrow, you want to talk about mental and physical toughness? He got sacked more than anybody last year by far in the regular season and then again in the postseason, and he led that team through Kansas City to a Super Bowl that they were in until the last play of the game. This year, I'm reading this morning, you think the offensive line has improved because they replaced 4 of the starters, yet would you believe that the left tackle Jonah Williams has allowed an NFL worst 12 sacks, and they just lost my ex-Dallas Cowboys, Lyle Collins, gone for the year. So Adeniji, who's been bouncing around different positions, is going to go to right tackle. He'll probably get sacked again in the playoffs more than anybody else. You want to talk about toughness? He just bounces right up and makes another throw. I just like the way he sees the field and reads the field and operates. He's as close to Brady as anybody this side of Brady. And this is just my taste. For my money, Patrick Mahomes makes too many careless mistakes.
But you do realize Joe Burrow has turned the ball over more than Patrick Mahomes, right?
He has.
Okay.
In weird, different ways. But Mahomes have come. Remember, he lost 2 games with the last-second throw that got intercepted.
What about those?
He lost in Indianapolis, and he lost, obviously, to Buffalo with a game-ending interception.
What about those 5 turnovers that Joe Burrow had in the first game?
Okay, which game? The Pittsburgh game.
Yeah. 5 turnovers.
They got off to a terrible start.
And then he had
yet if they just make an extra point, they win the game. And then he got sacked 7 times at Dallas, and Cooper Rush got him, right? With 3 big late completions in the last 57 seconds. And since then, he's been on a tear. He's 11-2 since then. And over the last 6 games, according to Pro Football Focus, he's graded the #1 quarterback in pro football. And I don't doubt that because my eye test tells me he's the best
But you do realize they
quarterback.
play 15 games.
They do.
So they played 15 games over the last 6.
Yeah.
But so over those 15 games, who's graded higher? One,
Okay.
Patrick Mahomes.
All right, but he didn't have Jamar Chase for 3 of those games.
We ain't had Tyreek for a whole season.
Okay, but you do have the greatest pass-catching tight end in history, even a little better than Shannon Sharpe was,
Not a lot of
right?
people.
Well, a little, just a little better, but he's just unbelievable.
He is. He's sensational.
Okay, so
1,200 yards and
you
double-digit
got your
touchdown.
security blanket,
Yeah.
and when in doubt, you throw it to 87, right?
Yes.
Okay, so the point is, there's something about the way Joe Burrow operates that I trust at the playoff level, and I don't trust Mahomes at the playoff level. And I remind you, in that one Super Bowl that they did win, late third quarter, he throws it to San Francisco. Early fourth quarter, he turns right around the next series, and he throws it to San Francisco.
And then what did he do?
I'm saying, wait a second.
And what did he do?
Well, he's 3rd and 30 or whatever it was. It was like the Dak play the other day, and he throws it to Tyreek, but he just throws him like a punt into the flat. He just throws it up because he's about to get blasted.
Exactly.
And he says, I know he's out there somewhere. I'll just throw it up to him.
He did that.
And it went for 40 yards, and it turned the game completely around.
Right.
But then Jimmy G went Jimmy Gag in the fourth quarter, and he was horrible, and he threw an interception, and he missed Emmanuel Sanders down near the goal line with what could have been a touchdown. It would have changed the whole narrative.
Right.
And you got away with it. I don't know. Again, I'm nitpicking here, but I'll take Joe Burrow for the duration, and I believe I will win more games and more championships than you will.
Well, he got to win one
I
because
know,
we
he's gotta
already
win
won
one.
up.
Well, he got close last year.
And here's the thing. But you look at the numbers, Skip. You look at what he's doing. Mahomes. I mean, he's going to be putting these numbers up for the foreseeable future. Because I believe still Kelsey can play at this level that he's playing at least another 2-3 years, Skip.
It looks like it to me.
And so now you go get him another receiver, somebody that can push that. And he's doing also Mecole Hardman. Skip, Mecole Hardman has been out for like 5-6 weeks.
Yep. Okay. I got all that. But my eye test tells me that I would trust Joe Burrow at the highest level a little more than a Mahomes who will make some careless mistakes because he's been taught that way. He's been given such a green light. Andy Reid loves that. He loves him to try things that you shouldn't try, and a lot of times he gets away with them. And Andy likes to repolish his own genius by letting Patrick try the spectacular that can sometimes turn into the disaster.
Skip, they had Kelsey was there, Tyreek was there. They had a lot of good players. Alex Smith didn't have this offense looking like Patrick Mahomes.
No.
And when he was in Philly, he had a lot of good players. He had a Jeremy Maclin. He had T.O. He had D-Jack. He had Brian Westbrook in the backfield. He had Donovan. It didn't look like this. A lot of what Andy Genius is Patrick Mahomes. It's just like Coach Belichick. You say Coach Belichick don't look like a genius now without Tom Brady.
No, I buy that. And I'm taking nothing away from Patrick. I'm just saying Joe Burrow is more special than you're giving him credit for.
No. If the thing is, Skip, he's just like, he doesn't have that pizzazz. Yeah, he's very, he gonna drive, he's that guy, he gonna put both hands 10 to 2.
He will.
He's gonna drive, gonna keep it in the middle of the road. Patrick Mahomes, he got one hand.
That is correct. Okay, that is Brady-esque. Because Brady doesn't have any signature plays. There's no walk-off throw.
It ain't no throw that you like,
No.
Did you see that?
No, No.
But Mahomes, boy, I think the thing is he's been so good so soon, and he's been great since he started, is that we take it for granted, Skip.
No, I don't think we're taking
We take it for granted, Skip.
No.
Well, that list of 4 young guns, gentlemen, tells me the NFL's future is bright and in very good hands.
Yep.
All right, with last night's historic triple-double a sign, Luka is now a top 3 player in the NBA. Skip and Shannon give their answers on the other side of this break. Thanks for watching, Undisputed fans. Subscribe here to get the very latest from Skip and Shannon. Plus, go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.